fight the power like Big Chuck.
What's the status, 3?
I'm good, just making the world a better place, that's all.
Check it. Yo, I always be analyzing to see who's fake. People acting Janice, running around two-faced, talking behind my back until they put in their place. You're a two-course meal without saying grace on the internet. Talking shit through your fingertips, talking high power till your shine is eclipse. Trying to ride a wave until your mind is seasick. Cement shoes and your ankles tied with 3 bricks. This isn't Grand Theft Auto, this is real life. I will piss on your grave and throw dick to your wife. This is a warning mixed with some advice. You might be king, but I'm the ace of spades, and you just renege. This is food for thought, bitch, eat a grenade. This is what people want, this be treated like dirt. I tried being humble, but that was absurd. All the brainless pigeons flock together like birds, pecking for crumbs until they merge with the crossroads and chuck the demi-urge. I think they had enough, I took the trash to the curb. Let the torture begin and watch them burn. Here's the urn.
Between earth and God, I'm a byproduct. I come from a family of hustlers. That byproduct, money is the root of all evil. But I'm still trying to find a large profit. It's a mirage, they live in a facade. I was smoking thigh and had a talk with God. She told me why she named me John. I author scriptures to shed light on the darker picture. If you my dog, I'm barking with you. Be feeling the star of wisdom. My homie Chuck told me it was giants on earth before me. And chemtrails, we inhale, that's another story. Mercury is used to check temperature. The sun is the spirit sinking. The moon is the portal, assuming you important. Set your turn. Mars is wars, as the M turn. And change words, I'm in the game for change service. I'm about to disassemble a bomb, I ain't nervous.
Drake, Dragon, Draco, Draconian, land of the giants, ice wall, Patagonian, lexicon, word wizardry, speaking Babylonian, highways of the vortex, shooting out the fallopian, low vibrating light, king of the material, mark of the beast, nanotech, scanning serial, the mental dead, carried by 6 to your burial, the lights is out. No resurrection, broken power grid, no interconnection. The Grim Reaper, I'm so collecting. 6-shot, hollow tip, rubber grip, Smith & Wesson. Bitch, repent when God is in your presence. Your aura is weak, uproot your essence. I walk through darkness, highly illuminated. Eyes blazing with fire, with blades double serrated. Hunting down clowns I double hated. Hit so hard your jaw is elongated. Shatter egos like they was glass plated. This was long overdue, past dated. One shot deal, it is as is and no recreation. All praises due to my parents for making. Always appreciate and never abated. One.
The A is the M like the A is the E. Where earlier I said, hey.
Hey! What's good? Man, I've been hearing some wild stuff about North Carolina. Not North, North Carolina. You know, it sucks that this is America. It's gonna go down in history as the greatest country to ever fall without going to war. Meaning physical war, more or less. Because people just don't want to, you know, Anyway, as long as I'm safe and surviving, I guess that's all that matters, eh? What am I doing? What are you doing? Alright, I seen this disturbing video. Let's see if I can pull that shit up. How's everyone doing besides that? Peace to ass and 3 fingers. Huh. Does anyone notice that my videos, when I was talking about how much money they're sending over, my video got banned in many countries because of what I said, man. This is getting a little wild. A little wild. Has nothing to do with music. I didn't play nothing that isn't legal on YouTube grounds, and I still get banned. But that's cool. I expected that shit.
Drinking warm water before bed flushes 1 pound of...
I'm sure it does. Alright. It's going to be the Stankies and the Dodgers in the World Series as I know it. I'm not a Yankees fan or fan at all, but not the Dodgers get on my nerves for some reason. I thought it would be a Subway Series for sure, but I guess not. What's up, JG? How's life in Hawaii? So these people begin to speak about some nuclear stuff that allegedly is getting people very sick.
Electronically tracking livestock. Christ. We're going to break down weather modification and what is going on with New Mexico. Have you guys realize that it just seems like the work in America is drying up? Here recently, my husband was let go from a gravel pit because he was told they had no new contracts coming in. I just got off the phone with a small business owner in my community who builds metal buildings who said the same thing. Nobody's ordering any new buildings, Sam. So my concern is that most large businesses are waiting. They're simply waiting to see who is going to end up in the White House. And did you guys notice that Roswell, New Mexico has basically been wiped off the map? My community who builds metal buildings, who said the same thing. Nobody's ordering any new buildings, Sam. So my concern is that most large businesses are waiting. They're simply waiting to see who is going to end up in the White House. And did you guys notice that Roswell, New Mexico has basically been wiped off the map? I did a little digging. And again, this is a Republican conservative stronghold. I mean, like serious red, folks. So my question is this: how in the world are all of these storms systematically hitting conservative strongholds right before the election? And what are your thoughts on that? I just got confirmation that.
Well, what's good, Dean? I've been trying to say this for years, that America's working. America being a producer of its own goods has been going downhill ever since. I'll show you next. All these things that Bush, Obama, all these American haters that have been signing these void laws that have been destroying this country, especially what Obama signed, where countries can go overseas and open up and not be taxed.
That North Carolina's governor has most definitely decided that places like Castle Rock will not have the choice to rebuild. Watch this.
Maybe think I want to go over there and I'm tough enough to smoke one of them rocks. Wait till you see. Now get ready for this. Grab your popcorn and your butter to hear what the governor of North Carolina is going to say to you.
We work with them. We have plans for local governments. You know, in some areas, you just shouldn't build back. And we've been able to convince certain communities and people that buyouts are better, and you create groups.
What?
So I just got my results back from my minerals and metals test, and it turns out that I have high level.
What did the governor of North Carolina just say? Notice the thing at the top, something about climate.org or some shit. But he tells the reporter that it's most people shouldn't build back. They shouldn't build back on their own property. And we're trying to convince them, or we're going to convince them.
You guys know I love to dig. So I went digging, folks. This is Climate Forward. They're located in California. And yes, it is a liberal think tank for climate change, right? So I also went digging a little further because this is the thing about modern technology. Nothing disappears forever. Once it's on the web, you can always find it. And looky what Sam found.
In the airspace over Alaska, the U.S. government was experimenting with a new breed of high-altitude electronic technology. It was significantly altering the Alaskan airspace. The experiments continue to this day, and critics are warning that this project could have global effects that will destroy our planet. In Alaska,
All right, I got a better one. This one I should have played first. This is the one that's very important. Oh, shit.
President Joe Biden says the United States and Turkey are prepared for a military solution against Islamic State in Syria if the Syrian government and rebels are unable to reach a political one.
We do know that we'd better.
U.S. Vice President Joe Biden says the United States and
Shit, Obama got nothing to do with being black, white, all them fake ass colors they give us. It don't matter if he was orange or blue. He's a treasonous piece of shit.
Turkey are prepared for a military solution against Islamic State in Syria if the Syrian government and rebels are unable to reach a political one.
We do know that
U.S. Vice President Joe Biden says the United States and Turkey are prepared for a military solution against Islamic State in Syria if the Syrian government and rebels are unable to reach a political one.
we do know that it would be better if we could reach a political solution, but we are prepared. We're prepared, if that's not possible, to have a military solution to this operation.
The U.S. Congress has quietly moved forward with an authorization for use of military force against ISIS, also known as an AU.
To have a military solution to this operation.
The U.S. Congress has quietly moved forward with an authorization for use of military force against ISIS, also known as an AUMF. It is required by law to conduct military operations longer than 90 days. The proposed legislation is already being referred to as a declaration of international martial law and an Unlimited War Powers Act for the president.
To have a military solution to this operation.
The U.S. Congress has quietly moved forward with an authorization authorization for use of military force against ISIS. Also known as an AUMF, it is required by law to conduct military operations longer than 90 days. The proposed legislation is already being referred to as a Declaration of International Martial Law and an Unlimited War Powers Act for the President.
This resolution is a total rewrite of the War Powers Clause of the United States Constitution. Let's be clear about that. It is essentially a declaration of international martial law, a sweeping transfer of military power to the president that will allow him or her to send U.S. troops almost anywhere in the world for almost any reason with absolutely no limitations. Now, Article 1, Section 8, Clause 11 of the Constitution, it vests in Congress the responsibility to declare war. Now, many of us on both sides of the aisle have been arguing for over a year that the president right now has exceeded his constitutional authority in continuing military operations against ISIS without specific authorization from Congress.
The current military campaign against ISIS is now officially a year old and has been conducted without an authorization of force by Congress, which technically makes our campaigns in Syria and Iraq illegal. That's right, illegal. And that's why they're pushing to pass this law now, just like the other laws they pass that violate our Constitution. The USA Freedom Act, the US Patriot Act, the NDAA, so on and so forth. Illegal and nobody cares.
What's wrong with you?
Your station is corrupt.
Oh, okay. Are you some kind of a constitutionalist?
This administration attempted to propose an authorization for use of military force with restricted ground operations, but that was rejected by Congress. As you can see in this article dated January 10th, the Senate Majority Leader reiterated his objection to the president's proposed authorization of force. However, last Wednesday, that all changed. Now, all of them, they want war. On top of that, yesterday we had the vice president in front of a camera on the world stage quoted as saying expanded military operations were well in the works. So they've decided to go back to war in Iraq to send troops to Syria, and we just don't know it yet. Pockets of ISIS are now believed to exist in Mali, Libya, Egypt, Tunisia, Somalia, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, and in most European countries. We could be bombing radicals in London the day after this authorization takes effect. Think about that. This authorization of force extends the endless war on terror to every country where we fund terrorism. Let me say that again. This authorization of force extends the endless war on terrorism to every country where we fund terrorism.
What's wrong with you?
Your station is corrupt.
Oh, okay. Are you some kind of a constitutionalist?
Can you tell us what the total number of trained fighters remains?
It's a small number, and the ones that are in the fight is we're talking four or five.
Are we going to supply air support for the people we train to fight ISIL?
We are, Senator.
Do those same people want to take a side down?
We're talking four or five.
The ones that we are supporting right now are focused on ISIL.
Do they have a goal to take a side down?
Senator, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Well, the ones we're supporting, I don't know because
it's a small number.
Do you think most people in Syria want two things? They want to fight They want to destroy ISIL and get rid of Assad, the person who's killed 250,000 of their family. Is that really a mystery?
No, it's not.
It's not a mystery. Okay, is Russia going to fight for Assad?
Russia is for Assad.
Will Iran fight for Assad?
They are doing that. Sir.
Will Hezbollah fight for Assad?
They were doing that.
When the people we trained to fight ISIL them to replace Assad?
I can't answer that question, Senator.
Can you answer it, Secretary Carter?
Yeah, just to be clear, let's take the
that day is coming.
YPG Kurds.
Do you see a scenario where the people in Syria don't take on Assad?
The people that we are equipping.
It's a small number.
Are people who live in or come from ISIL occupied territory, and
do they want to take Assad down?
Defeating ISIL.
Do they want to take Assad down?
For the most part, they're focused on defeating.
Do they want to take Assad? Have you asked them?
We know what their intent is, and it is to fight ISIL.
Come on.
They're fighting ISIL now.
You know as well as I do, both of you know, that the average Syrian not only wants to destroy ISIL, but they're intent on destroying Assad because he's killed 250,000 of them. And here's the question for this committee. How do we leverage Assad leaving when Russia's going to fight for him, Iran's going to fight for him, Hezbollah's fighting for him, and we're not going to do a damn thing to help people take him down?
The Russians are conducting military operations in the Middle East for the first time since World War II.
So that's
bombing the people that we are supporting.
It's a small number.
Steve, let me just say this.
It's an embarrassment.
So with the additional steps I ordered last month, we're speeding up training of ISIL forces.
A shocking story today, everyone, in the Wall Street Journal. It says our American dollars may be getting into the hands of ISIS.
ISIL forces.
The money is reportedly getting funneled central bank into Iranian banks and then possibly to terrorists.
It's an embarrassment.
What should be done, what can be done in this latest chapter of the now perhaps our money.
The secret analysis by the agency you ran, the Defense Intelligence Agency, in August 2012 said, and I quote, "There is the possibility of establishing a declared or undeclared Salafist," it's not secret anymore, it was released under FOI. The quote is, "There is the possibility of establishing a declared or undeclared Salafist principality in eastern Syria, and this is exactly what the supporting powers to the opposition want in order to isolate the Syrian regime." Your agency was saying, quote, "The Salafists, the Muslim Brotherhood, and Al-Qaeda in Iraq are the major forces driving the insurgency in Syria." In 2012, the US was helping coordinate arms transfers to the same groups. Why did you not stop that? You're basically saying that even in government at the time, you knew those groups were around, you saw this analysis, and you were arguing against it, but who wasn't listening?
I think the administration.
The administration turned a blind eye to your analysis.
I don't know if they turned a blind eye. I think it was a decision. I think it was a willful decision.
A willful decision to
doing. Which you have to really ask the president, what is it that he actually is doing with the policy that is in place?
Why did you allow them to do that? You were the head of the defense.
Right.
Agency.
Well, those are
I took the liberty of printing out that document.
So let's get the obvious out of the way. One half of our government still thinks it's the 1980s and that the Cold War never ended. Then there's the other part of our government the Obama part, the radical Islamist sleeper cell part. So on the one hand, you have the Republicans in Congress waging a Cold War, and on the other hand, you have a terrorist in the White House waging a covert war against the American people. Osama bin Laden is his name, and terrorizing the American public is his game. How do we know? Well, let's check our list to see who's been naughty or nice. Who opened the borders? Obama. Check. Who sanctuary cities? Obama. Check. Who fired half generals in the military? Double check. Who doubled the debt? Check again. Who fucked up healthcare and made it twice as expensive? Triple check. Who destroyed American families? Check. Who signed free trade agreements that ships jobs overseas? Check. Who ships guns and money to terrorists? Check. Who put in place free speech zones? Check. Who militarized the police so our country could look like Nazi Germany? Check.
We'll be looking up this because this is very all right. That's always been you can bear, but which the EPA is saying is that back. I should have this guy's picture. Then start. Yeah. You fucking scum. Barack Obama, who's first, he signed more law America over than any other president. And not to get on the racial tip, but a lot of people only voted for when once again, Mala. And it has nothing to this or that. He's just a bum piece of shit. All right. Yeah, that's why I switched over. I was sounding pretty bad. I know. My whatchamacallit is running out of gigabyters. My anyway. Before I wasn't even able to play the best part of the video for the fact that it was interrupted as usual. My bad, I had to use the bathroom. What's up, Chuck? No arguing. What up?
What's good? It was good, Chuck.
What up, True Zone?
Yeah, man. Thanks for stopping by on my panel the other day, bro. You should have came up, man. I had Marco Power on, man.
Who?
I had Marco Power on.
Who's that? No disrespect to him, but I'm not saying that to be funny. I never, he has a channel and stuff.
Man, you stopped by. You said what's up to him. You was in the panel. This is like few days. This was a few days ago.
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, that's when y'all were talking about, I remember. Yeah, we're talking about, what's his name, man? I haven't been to his channel in a while, too. Anyway, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, man. I was just saying, shout out, man. Thanks for coming over there. Make sure it came up, man. But yeah, go ahead, my bad. All right, go ahead.
I've been just looking into this Obama, man. I never realized how much he really fucked this country up. You know, it has nothing to do with him being black or anything. Damn, Dean, what happened? You completely disappeared. But even Trump, man, none of those people have America in their best interest, man. People didn't learn the last time when Trump promised this and that and promised this and that. And yeah, there was no wars. You know, he got his positives he did with the country. But the point is, he was supposed to drain the swamp and put these people in prison. That was the main reason people wanted him. And he did none of that. None of it. All right, I had to meet you up, Dean. I don't know what all that noise was, but what's up, Lonnie? Yeah, I got your text, Lonnie. I had seen it. You need to fucking walk up to those people and knock on their fucking car. If I had people like, I don't want to say spying, but they have those people that I'd walk up to their car straight up.
You had mentioned Obama now, man. Ain't look, they sole purpose is try to destroy us, man. You know, and try to wreak havoc on this land, on this geographical landmass, because they invaders, man. You gotta think they only best interest is the corporation. You know, it's this governing body. You know, making sure they keep us enslaved mentally, psychologically, spiritually, man, even physically, man. So I don't give a fuck about none of it.
They started by allowing these corporations to go overseas without being taxed. And by them being able to, when they got overseas, they're not being taxed no more. And that's what Trump is saying, that these people owe money. They started by fucking the country over that way. Then by letting all these immigrants in to vote for them, all their game plan is they want all the country to be all blue. And I don't care if it's all blue or red, it's all terrible. Until the people have full control of the country, this is all bad.
Right, you gotta think it's been bad since they set up a corporation here on stolen land. Anytime you have a corporation involved, man, it's artificial, man. It goes against nature. We are part of nature ourselves. So this whole, draconian Rand system goes against nature, and it defies cosmic laws too. So this is why I do breakdowns on like breaking down like the whole red and blue scheme, and people saying it's not necessarily the country going to shit. What you're seeing their system dematerialize. You seeing this technocracy dematerialize, man. You seeing big pharma dematerialize right before your eyes because this shit has an expiration date on it. That's why I always talk about the founding fathers. They found this shit here. They really didn't do anything. They found this. They found this shit here. They've never really had any authority or any type of jurisdiction. If you say that if you saying they're your founding fathers, you're giving them jurisdiction over you. So I don't have nothing to do with that.
My thing about these so-called founding fathers, like I know Dom had mentioned, and I'm not singling Dom, I'm just saying because he mentioned that they had no intentions for anyone to be free. But how do we know that? I'm just saying, like I said, none of us lived back then. And
you gotta think, if you gotta do your research, bro. And this is with all due respect. You do your research on them. They were undesirables coming from Europe. They were Slavics. That's where the terminology slave comes from. It comes from Slav. George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, they were all undesirables fleeing persecution over there in Europe. So that's why they came here.
You think they were working with the British to topple America? I think some of the so-called founding fathers wanted their people to be free, like all the Germans and Polish people who came here. They wanted to be free from that European law. But none of that matters today. But
that's true.
Can I ask you something, Truth Zone?
What?
Hey, how is everyone today? But can I ask a question, Truth Zone?
What's good, Dean?
Do you think it's the same founding fathers that do the same things every time a reset happens? I mean, like the saying goes, nothing new under the sun. And we know that, right? And we know that there's lots of things that have gone down in the past and other resets that we know other resets have happened. Right. And we know that nothing new is under the sun. So what I'm asking is it the same group of founding fathers that are doing the same shit every time?
It's their bloodline. It's their offspring. Because when you look at the political realm, look at Trump, Obama, Clinton. They're all they're basically the descendants of Thomas Jefferson. They're all the same bloodline.
You can track them all back to one king.
Right. You can yeah, that's true. That's what I'm saying. They're all the same bloodline. So they all have the same ideologies. They all have this.
So what I'm saying is that these buggers know these things are going to happen, prior to everyone else fucking knowing. We just in the fucking dark over it. These bastards know what's going to happen. They're waiting, and they set shit up waiting for it to happen.
That's why I'm trying to tell. That's what I'm trying to convey to Charles. You can't give these entities no veneration. Like when we talk about the founding fathers, you can't give them that type of veneration because you got to think they enslaved everybody. The indigenous people here, they enslaved everybody mentally. Look what we're doing now. You got people fighting about this shit about red and blue, Democrat, Republican, fighting about the country falling apart. That's what I'm saying. America is not a country. It's a corporation. United States is a corporation. It's a business. So you seeing the collapse of a business. And all these oligarchs.
The way I see it, Truth Zone, is that we've got this bunch of this group of people that are all stemmed from the same fucking family line. Why the fuck are we allowing the cunts to continue?
I don't know, man. You know, that's why I'm saying I'm 36 years old, bro. I never voted. I don't, because they all have this dystopianistic, you know, authoritarian mindset. So that's what I'm saying. Like people say, oh, they're doing this to us, they're doing that to us. It's the fact you give them jurisdictional, you give them consent because everything is contractual.
Exactly.
Same thing with the Constitution. It's like terms and like when you sign a contract, you got terms and conditions. So you saying, hey, I'm a U.S. citizen. I believe in this whole authoritarian system of land of the free, home of the brave, and I'm an American citizen. That means you giving them consent to do this shit to you. So why, if you whining about it, you giving them consent because you giving them your veneration. I wouldn't dare give these cunts my veneration because I know they invaders. These are colonizers. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, I understand that, Truth Zone, and I get your feelings, bro. I can fucking, I fully understand your feelings. I fucking, for me, I feel like there's the natives, the natural people on the land, and then there's the people that came in. But in the meantime, I reckon there's a gap in that fucking thing where they bring in a whole lot of orphaned children who have no fucking idea what's going on, whether in the land or where they came from. Right? And these that sort of people don't have alliances. They can't have an alliance. How can they have an alliance with them? They don't even know where they fucking came from. Right?
Right. The only alliance that these oligarchs, that these aristocrats have, that these Luciferians have, is the bloody oath, man. The bloody oath. That's what it is, man. Everything is done by blood. Everything is done by, human trafficking, child sacrifice, because that's a religion for them. It's the bloody oath. So that's what I'm saying. You can't give these entities no veneration because you got to think Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, they were all involved in this shit. All of them. All of them, no matter who it is.
Shout out to S and people in the chat. I just wanted to say, S, thanks very much for talking about the silver and letting us know what's going on there. I said to Maureen bloody years ago, I said we should be buying silver. She says it's worth fucking nothing. What are you wasting your money on? Fucking hell, are you? Yeah. I wish I'd fucking carried on. Oh well. Anyway, yes. No. So that was just just saying that with S. But yes, now we have a to me the real thing is that we take orders from bloody people that don't even deserve the fucking respect.
Right, you got to think the political realm, man. That's just a microcosm to a macro, man. That's all distraction shit, man. It's bigger than that.
I know, but the thing is that these bastards know that by having an industrial revolution, they are going to they're just going to drag in all these fucking orphans that got no background.
Man, these motherfuckers in government, all of them are Cabbage Patch Kids, man. They incubator babies, man. They were grown.
That's what I'm fucking trying to tell everyone. If you haven't got any history, if you can't go back in your family line for more than fucking, say 3 or 4 generations, it's probably likely that they were fucking incubator babies, right? But the real fucking problem I feel is that because these people didn't have any background, I feel it's that that's why people are easily succumb to comfort, right? And like, I mean, I feel it myself. I grew up in an era when the comfort of electricity didn't exist in my life, right? And so I can go without the fucking shit. If somebody say, oh, they're going to have fucking power outage for a month, it won't worry me, right? But there'll be other people crying over it, right? And the thing is that we have become so fucking comfortable as a people. And even what I am really peeved about, and I fucking hate this truth drone, is that I am watching native people that were native to this land being succumbed by the bullshit, being taken over by it. I'm watching in Australia, you watch the little children, they're all got a fucking phone. They're all looking at the fucking scrying mirror. Yeah, I even believe that at one point, when they've got all their heads looking in the fucking phone, they'll all have us encapsulated in the one moment. What will they do then? What is possible to be done then? If we're all captivated looking in our phones at the one time. Apparently, I was told the other day by somebody in a group that I'm in that there's a warning coming out at the end of October, I think, where the whole world is going to be alerted to this one warning system.
Yeah, we're all uploaded into the cloud.
Yeah, that's right. With our
and they
IP
want us
address.
to be part of a hive mind.
I think so.
You're right.
Right, you're right. He's right. That's what 2019 was about. 2019 was a war on your crown chakra. Think about it. Coronavirus. Corona's your crown chakra. It was a war. It was a war on your crown.
Right. So in '95, they
You gotta say this is alleged. We don't know what we're talking about. This is a movie.
Okay. Allegedly, yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
You're gonna say that.
So in 1995, allegedly, they had inserted these biosensors within our bodies. Okay, so these biosensors are part of the new, soon to be rolled out wireless healthcare that is called called WBAN, WBAN, which stands for Wide Body Area Network.
That's what I've been showing him.
I've been reading up about it. Max sends all
Go
the
ahead,
jargon.
I found out a while back, and I turned Chuck onto it, and I've been trying to slowly talk about it, but it's like
Max talks about it too. Max.
Yeah. I turned Max onto it, but anyway, I found out about it through a Telegram channel, Sabrina Wallace. It talks about the biofield. Now, from what I'm understanding with what's going on with me, each time that these drones, remember me talking about these drones that fly over my house every night? They're about the size of fighter jets.
Yeah, that day you fucking dragged me around with you and we're going to meet up with Chuck.
They're doing something else. They're doing something else to me. Now, I don't know if it has to do with I'm sure it does, has to do with the biofield, but if you get to having these drones fly over your cities or whatever, know that you can't hold a camera to them. You can't do anything because of the radiation that they put off. Now, I know that they're saturating me with radiation, but they're doing something else too. They're not just flying around. This is
That's right.
24/7.
It's all right. I can tell you something, Lonnie. I'd like to talk to you on Telegram sometime, and you better bloody come and talk to me about it too. But
Okay.
anyway, in the meantime, I'm not going to make a bloody shit show here with Chuck. I respect him, and he told me he's going to fucking drop anybody out if it's going to cause a problem. So I'm not going to cause a problem. So I'll just tell you that right now.
No disrespect to no one, but we're all grown men. Fuck that argument. But go ahead, Dean. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
argue.
I'm just airing me shit. Okay. Anyway, that's it. But the thing is, I belong to several groups in Telegram, and I know how you what you're talking about. You get the information from certain groups in Telegram,
right?
Right. So one particular test that I've been doing with myself.
This is what Lonnie's talking about. But go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, bro, but it just does the same. What I'm talking about for myself. In the last few years, I think I talked to Phil about it. I talked to Lonnie about it. I think I've talked to Chuck about this, where I had a thing, and I figured that there was something to do with the camera of phones. And I've been looking at this for fucking long enough now and testing it for long enough to say that the camera on your phone is the key to the fucking eye-eye contact. Now, the eye-eye contact that I'm talking about is your eyes with the greater eye. And I'm talking about AI, right?
Yeah.
And the ability that it has to connect with your eye. It's not your fucking fingertip. It's not your asshole or the fucking eye of your doodle. It's your fucking eyes that they want to connect with. Right. And it's what I'm trying to tell the people is that when you have a camera that's fucking looking into your eye and they are reading your mind while you're reading the script.
Because it's all optics. You're right. You're right. You're. I think you're spot on.
They are. And I tell you what, I tested this out the other day. I put a fucking piece of tape over my camera. I was actually feeling a little like maybe uncomfortable, like I was verging on a bit of a headache or something. And I thought, right, I wonder if that's got to do with me coming to the same group in Telegram every time. So I put a bit of tape over it. Couldn't stop the headache coming on. Left it. This morning, last couple of days, I've had the tape on when I go to that fucking group, and I haven't got a headache. I haven't even verged on the side of a headache. So I'm going to keep testing this because I think that it's the camera eye-to-eye fucking thing that's keeping us fucked up. Anyway, there you go. That's me. Okay, I'll stop there.
Yeah.
Well, the whole goal, their whole goal is literally to psychologically control you, and the effects of that, they don't give a fuck about. The radiation effects, all these effects, they don't give a shit. They're just trying to control your fucking mind. Whatever happens, happens. They don't care.
That's JG. Okay. Yep. Fully agree.
It's funny you say something about the eye. I just had to go to the ER because of my eye. Weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Yeah. Let's bring it. Like we got to get it. We got to get it. We've got to find a way of fucking of breaking that fucking contact with these buggers. And that's why I say I put a cover over me buddy camera on the phone so the bastards look at me.
So Chuck, can you elaborate on what you're showing on the screen here?
Yeah, this is the public switch telephone network, but it's also they're using those same towers to use wireless technology with nanotech, right?
Right.
There's sensors in the body which remind me of, so I made this collage, how they have this hooked up to all these different parts, but it reminds me of voodoo. It reminds me of witchcraft on a whole nother level, man. The master controller of the elements. They're taking witchcraft to a whole new level, man. I think.
May I interject for a second? So at nighttime, guys, and I've posted it on my channel. I pick up this nanotech, and you can see this nanotech go in every direction. So it's not wind, it's not bugs. It took me a long time to figure it out, but it is nanotech, and this nanotech, I can feel it when it gets on me. Because it's only going one place, and it's to me. So it feels like you got insulation and shit on you, man. You gotta rinse your skin off. I mean, not that it does me any good, but
did you see that video? I have to send it to you, Lonnie. Richie from Boston a couple weeks ago grabbed the stuff that was falling from the sky like these spider webs, and he sent it in to get tested. But the stuff, I'll see if I could play the video, but go ahead. My bad. Finish what you were saying.
But yeah. Anyway, nightly I get this. I mean, this saturation of nanotech dispersed to get on me. So this shit's probably making us more cybernetic than what we could possibly ever imagine. Or telling how much of this we have inside us.
If we've got, once we've had the shot, if people have had the shot, I think that's a big possibility that nanotech has got a greater chance of getting into your body. Yes.
They tricked people to thinking it was being passed through the cough. And then they went and they gave them the okey dokey doke.
The old overplay for the underplay.
And I feel bad for people, man, that they rather listen to the fucking hypocrites or the liars. They rather listen. I don't even know what to call them, scummy scums, but they won't listen to their neighbor, but they'll listen to the TV, the Tell Live Vision.
Yeah, that TV got them hypnotized, man. You gotta think, like Dog was saying earlier, these are hive-minded NPCs, man. So they only can go along with what their matrix programming allows them. These are walking, talking bots, man. Literally, man. People think that Elon Musk playing with these cyborgs. No, you got cyborgs. Your school teacher was a cyborg. Shit, when you go to the doctor's office, your doctor's a cyborg, man.
Which makes me understand why so many people are jumping along this program that I've got going on around me. It's because they're all part of it, and now I know why.
Right. The Matrix is a program, and these are just walking algorithms that we surrounded by. You think that this motherfucker sleep, man? They don't know. How come they don't know what I know? No, it's because these are controlled bots, man. And that Jabberwocker only put the nail in the coffin. Hook up to the cloud.
The Jabberwocker.
Yeah, that jab to the body. But like I was saying earlier, that was a war against your crown chakra, that will connect you to your higher self. That's what that was about. That's what that whole thing was about. And I think it was a glitch in the Matrix too. Because what happens when you on a computer, you get a computer virus, so-called VIRUS. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In a simulation, right?
Well, Bill Gates, he's a bloody was at bloody creating viruses, right? I mean, he's been creating fucking viruses and fucking in computers for years.
Right, but
he
these are just
money
peons.
out of money. He made his fucking millions out of fucking making viruses and selling the fucking program so people could fix it.
Right. When you mention Bill Gates, you got all these world stage puppets are just peons. They're a micro to a macro. I want to know who's behind them and who's behind them.
Oh, of course,
That's things I'm looking into.
I know that too, Truth Joe. But I mean, they're just a front man. They're the poor guy, right?
So
I just sent it to you, Lonnie.
A matrix within a
video to check out.
It's a matrix within a matrix.
Right. Different programs. It's a simulation. Different programs inside of a program.
Right. Just like Neo, when Neo woke up, he woke up into another matrix.
Right.
So
Zeros
it's like
and
the
ones, man.
Russian,
And Neo is one. The
right?
one.
It's like the Russian dolls.
Damn.
Look at the Confederate flag, man. This is what I see when I look at it now.
There's the womb.
Man, I
So
didn't get to put the Iron Cross, but that's in here too.
did you guys
But
see
anyway.
what the Bluetooth stood for?
Oh yeah.
What they stand for?
Hell the mother goddess.
I'll pull it up.
Hell the mother goddess.
The Confederate flag had the Northern Star in the middle of it. Then it had 369 for the binary code.
So in runes, it means hell the mother birch, but which means hell the mother goddess. That's what Bluetooth stands for.
But you gotta think these sigils and these symbols, they take them and invert them. I know y'all already know that, but they take all these are all these
It's
symbols
'cause
and
they
sigils
stole
come
them
from
from
Kemet.
our ancestors, you know? They stole them from our ancestors when they were raping and pillaging and conquering and forcing religion on all the gods and goddesses.
Well, you've seen where they said, like, when they went to buy that McDonald's in that one show, they said that, well, I don't want to buy the franchise. I just want to buy the symbol. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. How come I don't see the true definition here?
See, it's easy for us to pick this little shit up here and there, but you ask the norm anything, they're clueless.
No, that's the Walking Dead, man. They, ain't no. I mean, it might sound harsh and nefarious how I say that, but it is what it is, man. Some of these NPCs are good people. I ain't saying they bad people because I done met some real good NPCs.
But they're not.
I just
But
know
they're
what I
not
just know what
people.
they are.
But they're not people.
Right.
There's man, then there's mankind. So you're talking about the mankind.
There's man and the scam. I'm just joking. People are like, what? I caught everyone off guard.
You know what I mean by the man and the mankind.
Right. Kind of like man.
Right. A copy.
Carbon copy.
Yes.
And look, hold on. I say this all the time on Chuck's channel. I say, who's carbon beings here? Dark complected so-called Negroes. The motherfuckers is carbon copies.
I say, and I've been saying it for a long time, man, that the number of spirit here is very small.
This is what I got from the Bluetooth. I've had found this months ago. The meaning, it's in Nordic. Because these phones are scrying mirrors. People know that.
Yeah.
Even look at the PlayStation. All these times we've been playing video games on the scrying mirror TV, but look at the symbols on the PlayStation controller: triangle, circle, square, X.
Right.
Up, down, left, right. You got your four corners. I mean, your casting spells.
Well, I'm just wondering, guys, if it's possible for a camera to be in every pixel on the interface. Could they put a camera?
I think the screen inside of the phone is like one big camera too, because they can activate that shit too. That's like the TVs is one big portal. It's a camera.
See, this technology's always been around. They just released it when they wanted.
Re-released it. Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
Ain't nothing new under the firmament dome. That's why I do a lot of studies and research on Kemet. Because motherfuckers had this shit back in Kemet, man. Motherfuckers had phones. Motherfuckers had power lines. They was highly technical.
I think the whole realm had that.
The power lines are what's the problem here now. The electricity. The fake
Go back and look up ancient Kemet, man.
I totally agree with that, Lonnie. Fucking oath. Yep.
There lies the problem.
I mean, look at this architecture. No one our size built this. These giants made us look like fucking roaches. compared to them. I mean, this is beauty right here. This is real architecture.
We are those giants.
Nah, I don't know about that.
I think we are.
Nah. I mean, I get what you're saying, but there is definitely giants 14 feet tall. I don't know about Titans, but I could prove from the Ottoman tribe to all over the realm, whether you were dark or light, there's giants everywhere that built these buildings.
Yeah,
They were highly
yeah.
intelligent with mathematics. They had the stars down packed.
Supreme
I mean,
mathematics. You gotta think. My man was just. I did a panel earlier with this dude named Young Cavo. A lot of our ancestors built the Temple of Giza, these different pyramids and these monolithic structures where telekinesis was just the mind.
Right.
It's just the mind. That's it. That was it.
Right.
With no hands involved. It was your mind. The speed of thought. The Houthi.
And they took that.
you ever seen the experiment
Well,
with the
it hasn't
Russians?
taken the speed of thought yet, Lonnie. Sorry, Chuck. Yep, carry on.
Not the thought, but the telekinesis. See, now
Yeah,
they're
you seen that with the
reintroducing right
Russians?
now. They are reintroducing the synthetic telepathy. Okay, they're reintroducing
Of course,
telepathy
yes, I
through
understand that.
through synthetics.
Right, but
Well,
you know, the fact this is where a person who's in tune with their intuition, who is connected with their intuition, will know the difference, right?
Right.
this is the mountain I was talking about right here. I found it on the map. This is one of the little magnetic mountains that are on. There's two of them, one on either side of Mount Meru. These little magnetic mountains. There's two. If we could, what does that say? Polo or Polg Magnetis? What does that say? Repecker. I don't know.
What about my pecker?
Crazy, man. He said you're back. Oh man.
No, but continue. Go ahead.
That's Repictation Falaru.
What is this explaining?
These are it's just one of the. I'll pull up the regular map. This is from that map
Well, it's
that
about
we all.
magnetic. It's about the pole and the magnetics by the look of it.
Let me pull up the regular map, Ito. This is Jesus carrying the cross, man. The God in the Bible, Jesus was the puppet. Yeah, the God in the Bible.
Man, that's what I'm saying. Everything they got from Kemet. That name Jesus comes from from ISIS. And took three names and made it one, made it Jesus. Just like they were saying ISIS earlier, they kept saying ISIS.
Oh.
That's an ancient goddess from Kemet.
It's all the same energy. Zeus, Osiris, all of it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They took all the ancient teachings and stole it and hijacked it, and they made it seem like it was bad, but it's not.
Well, that's what they told us anyway, that it was bad.
That way we stay away from it. That's why.
Right.
Why does Satan kill less people in the Bible? Barely no one, I don't think. Even Jesus got more kills than Satan, but Satan's the evil one, the trickster. Well, I think it's backwards. I think the God in that Bible is like a pharaoh or a president or a banker.
Yeah.
Yeah, the God in that Bible is diabolical, man. Because the more you read that shit and you start reading it with discernment, you're like, man, this motherfucker is diabolical, man. Who would do some shit like this?
I reckon that fucking computer's always here. It's always stuck deep down in the earth.
Right here. This is my friend Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali. Actually, that's my friend's friend. But look at this library. I found this picture of a library in Cleveland. You know how they say that people wearing these ski masks are ghetto, this and that? Well, people in the 60s been rocking these ski masks.
So I just got me a nice compound bow.
Yeah. Look at this library.
Silent.
Hey, Chuck. They said people with a wear masks is ghetto, man. The fucking world stage, these politicians wearing masks, literally.
Damn.
Hey, guys, I just wanted to say something earlier, when we talked about climate change earlier. But how they got this thing with the carbon footprint, and it makes me fucking laugh, mate. It's scary, but it's ironic laugh. But at the moment, they got over here in New Zealand, they're getting every bloody person that can to find a way to bloody stop their climate, their what do they call
Carbon
it? Climate footprint, right? Yeah, right.
Hey, Chuck, I don't want to cut you off, Dean. Thanks for having me on, big dog. I gotta run, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Hey, it's good talking to you, man.
Have a good day.
See you too, bro. Yeah,
Peace, man.
take care.
Peace.
Hey, what's your channel, man?
I'll drop his link.
Yeah, drop his link for me. I meant to get it last time. No, he cut out.
Same, Lonnie. I fucking keep missing his fucking thing because I'm not got reached up, so I can't fucking go to and fucking get it.
Well,
And anyway, I'm not worried about the reached up stuff. Anybody, just because I said I'm not reached up, I'm not worried about it. It doesn't bother me, right?
All this shit bothers me.
Well, I mean,
you guys got right.
I'm feeling, Lonnie, the best thing is to not let it bother you. Find some way of fucking not letting it get on top of you, mate. Otherwise, the fucking, yeah.
Hey, did you get those texts, Lonnie? I sent you for that video. You gotta check that out, bro.
No, I didn't get text. When?
What?
No, I didn't get no text. When did you send it?
Just now.
I mean, well, I'm afraid that I'll not get knocked off if I look. Let me look. If I get knocked off, I'll come back. Yeah, I got it.
All right. Hey, Max Vision, what's up, broski?
Hey, Max. You're obviously in the chat. How are you? Yeah, no, I really think the old fucking global warming footprint thing, they're going hard out here in New Zealand at the moment.
It's a fucking scam.
They're going hard out in New Zealand. They're trying to convince the farmers. Well, what they're doing is actually, well, the problem this is how it's working, bro. Let me tell you how it's working. What they're doing now, wool prices in New Zealand are almost zilch. It actually costs more for a farmer to get the shearers in to take the wool off the back of the sheep, so that the sheep is comfortable, right? Because you can't let the cow walk around with long wool all the time.
Right.
It's just not unfair, right? It's just unfair. So you got to take the wool off the animal, but it's going to cost you to take that wool off, and then not to boot that. When you sell the stuff, you're lucky if you get threepence a friggin' kilo for the shit. They're lucky if they're getting half a cent. Or 0.1 cent at the moment for wool. The poor bastards can't make money out of that. They can't even pay the shearer who's taken the wool off. So it's a bloody lose-lose situation right from get-go. And then you've got the price of beef that's being brought down. New Zealand beef farmers are getting shit money for their bloody beef. And yet all our beef is exported overseas. The New Zealand citizen is lucky if he gets a fucking second-grade steak comes to the bloody butcher shop, you know?
Wow.
All our export, everything with an export stamp on it, everything is top quality gets an export stamp and it is sent overseas. Everything.
You can't sell the United States anywhere.
Fucking shit. Our country is running on shit. We're living on shit while they're selling the best of it overseas. The Chinese came here in the 1800s. They had a scheme where they were trading trade deals. Trade deals in the 1800s. They were trade deals for humans. They would bring Chinese people to New Zealand and trade that for a deal. When you're for trade deals. That's what the fucking Chinese was all about. Man, they were dropping little parcels of Chinese people all around the world in the 1800s. That they're all designed for trade deals. That's all they were about in the 1800s. Fucking, and they went and they came off as gold, as people looking for gold mining. That's how it started. Buddy, you have a look how many Chinese gold miners started out the gold rush in your country. You'll find out most.
You're right. It's in the back private chat, Lonnie's link.
All right. Yeah, we probably got somebody coming. I've got a buddy Joe coming to give me a hand today to shift a trailer load of garden.
Can you say it? Dean, crikey, mate. Fucking asshole. I forgot. When you say it with the accent, it's fucking hilarious. What is it? More of a British accent?
I guess I got a mix of Australian and New Zealand, right?
Okay.
It's just, yeah.
How do we sound here in America? Do we have an accent?
Of course, you sound like bloody like Americans.
Schmakericans.
I was going to say Yankees. That's how you're referred to in this country, bro. Yeah.
Now I understand why my friends were Yankee fans, because the Boston Red Sox were the British, the Red Sox. But I'm a Red Sox fan. I mean, I'm not a Red Sox fan. I just like watching the Red Sox. They don't pay me enough to be a fan. You know how much they pay me? Nothing.
I can't even watch football anymore, man.
Hey, that which is peace. Max, peace. Anyone wants to come up, you're welcome to come up, Mac. I don't know if you're at work.
I'm just going to go inside and just say thanks very much, Chuck. I got he's turned up. He's going to give me a hand, so we're going to hook into it. Got a beautiful day here, and we're going to make the most of it. And I'm just going to put the jug on for mate. Make sure he's got a coffee to begin the day with. All right. And
Dean,
you guys,
I'll give you a call here in a few hours.
No, I'm busy as at the moment. Fucking
okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll flick you a text through bloody Telegram when I can. Okay.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
Much love,
thanks very much, Chuck. And yeah, good to get things sorted out and at last. And also, everybody take care and look after yourselves.
All right, team. Have a good day, bro.
And tell Marina say hello.
Later.
Yeah. Peace to Marina. That which is said thousands of 5G masts were put up in 2018 and 2019 in the U.S. Yeah, I got I was going to websites looking that up myself. All these fucking 5G towers that are being put up because they're weapons, allegedly.
Well, it's not I don't think it's the 5G or the towers that's the weapons. I think it's the LED lighting.
Do.
Oh, I gotta take this call real quick.
All right. when I found out about these, I've seen them before, but I didn't pay no mind to them. Now, allegedly in North Carolina, I didn't get to play the whole video, but the lady saying that some nuclear containers were swept away in this mopped up hurricane that the GOV conjured up using their witchcraft technology. These containers were swept away in the river and are allegedly under the mud, and people are getting sick. Horses in the river were getting sick, and they're finding all types of stuff in their bloodstream. And I don't know how true it is. It's all alleged. This is what's being reported. So who knows what else? I'm not surprised, man, with these people. Now, I started to think, is this stuff from what they're saying? Or could have stuff been added, sprayed in the atmosphere? Who knows, man? Who knows? Could it have been put in the water? And then they just blame it on the storm and contamination, which probably what they would do. I already know they opened the dam. That's my theory. I don't care. Here's a bunch of towers that were being put up. That which is right here. On your way home. Yeah, that which is. These are some of those thousands of towers. What the fuck? Who is that? Where did you come from? No, I thought you jumped off, bro. That was crazy.
It's me, Jesus. Or you can call me Jesus.
You know, his name is G Sus. He's a suspect.
Oh, this is where they put up the towers?
This is an app that I went to because I was thinking about all these towers one day when I was on the bus, and
right. So
I thought to myself, if there's a tower every mile, it create a spider web across the whole fucking country.
Right. So if we're the 5G tower, okay, that's us.
Yeah.
What are the towers for?
Maybe higher wattage. I think they're weapons, man, and their plan.
Well, I think it's definitely part of a weapon system too.
Yeah.
But I think it's all part of a weapon system. The smart meter on the side of your house, the LED lighting, and I think the towers are too as well.
But we're crazy. We don't know what we're talking about, as people say. And even when we're right, people still don't want to give us the credit. You guys are conspiracists.
That's crazy, man.
We're gonna harpen up your night.
Ionosphere heaters. Yeah, I told Dean about them, and he went deep on them.
Yeah. It's sad we even got to go through all this shit, you know?
Well, Ian's doing some good shit, man. I don't know if you've seen any of his streams lately.
No. I didn't even know he was, well, yeah, I forgot he was even, because he disappeared for months.
Yeah, he's back, man. He's doing some good shit, man. I've been checking him out. Sing's been on there. I've been on there.
Good.
He's definitely onto some stuff. He's on the conscious level. Yeah, he's definitely a step ahead of a lot of others. I think so's London. Hey Max, why don't you jump up here? What's Max saying? I can't see the chat because I can't see because my eye is messed up. Oh, all right, guys. Chuck abandoned his own show. So, let me see if I can barely make out the chat. And I can't even see the button to get it. All right, well, I can't see the chat, guys. So we'll wait for Chuck to get back. How do you get booted off your own show? How's that even possible? All right, Chuck, anytime now. Well, I don't know if he's coming back or not now. He should have been back. Yep, it says I'm still live, so and I see the clock ticking. So 5:03 here. I don't know if I should duck out or what. All right, I'm going to leave in 10 seconds. If you come back, Charles, I'll come back. Sorry, guys. He's having some technical issues, I guess. All right, I'll come back, Chuck.
Sorry about that. Damn, what happened to Lonnie? I had to take an important phone call. Lonnie disappeared like a motherfucking bird. This is some wild shit. Some of the wildest schnizzle I've ever seen, dude. This video of a gas leak in the whole neighborhood. Look at this shit.
Dude, I just now got ducked out.
Look at this shit. This is the gas leak. Lonnie, look at this. This is a neighborhood with the gas leak, right?
Yeah.
Then as you could see the flames coming. Boom. Imagine that. This is all gas in the air. And then it gets closer and you could see it coming. See the blue? That's wild schnizzle.
Oh shit. Where's this at?
I forgot.
Is this a simulation?
Oh, this is real gas leak. Caught on camera.
Oh wow.
That's some thick gas. Then
Did it destroy the neighborhood?
Matter of fact, let me find the video. There is a video to this. And it kind of destroyed some stuff, but not like you would think.
Well, because it's because of what type of gas it is. Because once it fires, it's gone.
Look at this Morton salt. You ever think about that? This Morton salt. What is she? She's blocking the chemtrails. You see them falling off the back of the umbrella? No, I'm joking.
Hold on, no. What you might be onto something.
Morton salt.
What exactly is that? Why would a girl
rain? I thought about that. Why would Morton salt have an umbrella with rain? Like, I thought about that because rain.
And what's that off the back of it there?
What's happening there is she's in a salt factory and the salt's spraying on her, so she brought her umbrella and the salt's going down to the ground.
She must have been real salty that day.
Yeah, literally. Oh.
Wow, I just realized she has a jar of in her hand. So
you're Borgin.
Yeah, that's because he's far away. Literally, he's in an island. He's in paradise. He's in heaven right now.
Where are you at? Where's he at?
Hawaii.
What? Hawaii?
Oh yeah.
When did you go to Hawaii?
Yeah, I saw one of those like big golf ball radars at Pearl Harbor yesterday. It detects missiles.
When did you go to Hawaii, man?
I was in Pittsburgh. I worked for a few days and then bought a ticket late August. Flew out to Hawaii.
What made you do Hawaii thing?
I just
beautiful.
Fucking out here, man. I used to live out here a couple years ago, and then I was like, "Fuck it," I want to check out, get back to Hawaii, ski at Hawaii.
Never been there. My kid lived there.
Yeah, it's Hawaii's interesting, man. It's a really interesting place if you're like if you're like an observer. That's just
Tell me the thing. My bad, go ahead.
No, you got it.
I was just looking at the obelisk. This is where I live. One of the cities I live in.
We have one here too. Several.
But this one's special because it's like the Egyptian Osiris with Isis as the bird floating over her penis. You got the penis and the bird on the top, man. Just like the Egyptian story of Osiris and Isis, man. And wasn't there another one in the Bible too? These damn birds. I think it was Mary who became a bird, right? With Jesus. No wonder they call women birds.
Huh. Oh.
Yeah. But it also looks like a sundial because when you go to the obelisk, it has a circle around it, like it'd be a sundial too. But anyway. Look at all these wires that are stretched in 2022. And I got another map that goes back to 1870 something that has the same. Now, how can the ocean be as deep as they say? These things would be breaking left and right if they had to just dangle them over a fucking trench that's miles and miles and miles long. It wouldn't even be possible.
They buried those cables, man, that they've been using for telephone, saying that they were, satellite. We were having phones by satellite and shit and all that. It's all cables, man. They ain't gonna fucking satellite shit working doing that.
There's the only satellites they have is they put them on balloons and they satellites.
Yep. We're all on the same page. Yep, we're all up to speed with the fuckery. Yeah, these guys are a joke, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're wearing a compass and all that. They're all. I think they're all flaming homosexuals too.
They like the Adidas, the triple phallus worship. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
A lot of the cardinals and the Catholic poachers.
Like the little boys.
It's fucking crazy, man. They should be fucking assassinated. I don't care what no one says. Oh, but they were
more
young. No excuses.
What's that, brother?
No, like people feel sympathy for them. I get it, but
sympathy for who?
They, some people have sympathy for the Chomos. Yeah.
No, I don't know anybody has sympathy for Chomo.
Did you see the video of the guy who went to? I know it had to do with the Catholic. It was overseas. They have the children statues on the I don't know what to call it, cathedral or the building where these fucking the Pope be at and stuff.
Showing and
yeah, the guy was. It was a weird statue where it had to do with children and nasty shit. And the guy had a hammer and he was fucking hammering it off. And the fucking police arrested him for defiling whatever. But that's crazy. Let me see if I can find that picture.
All the human trafficking's out of Guantanamo Bay.
What? What about Guantanamo?
That's where all the human trafficking is.
Really? Ain't that where we had the fucking prison?
That fucking area is that's what it's used for, man. It's exactly what it's used for.
Yeah, I bet, for captivity. Yeah, that makes sense. Got to be able to lock them up, don't we?
I was watching this documentary, and Julian Assange is he's just telling you left and right, like what these countries are used for, and
yeah, Doctor, turn me on to it, man.
I'll drop the link in the back.
Yeah. Put it. Yeah, please. How long is it? An hour?
I can't get the link right now, but I think it's like an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, I want to watch it.
But it's an old journalist that interviews journalists and exposes them, and then he's got Assange on there, and Assange is just like telling you what's really going on.
Right.
But
gives you the lowdown.
Yeah, I wish there was more Like they only use a little bit of the interview with Assange. Like I wish they had like the whole interview on there. Because those are the guys that really know what's going on, and they're gonna tell you exactly what's going on. You know, like Assange, like they're the people to listen to.
Yeah.
The journalists are really the people. Like the journalists, they're really the people out here that know exactly what the fuck's going on. Because I mean,
Yeah, but they can't say too much, or they'll end up expiring.
well, that's what we're seeing nowadays. Is I mean, people left and right are just telling truth, and
sure,
like it's way easier to tell the truth and for people to understand the truth. That's where the clash is, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, from here on, I mean, it's just going to get crazier and crazier, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Like the intelligence, the technology is backfiring, and then it's just madness, man.
So where you staying at over there? Just wherever?
I just sleep outside. I'll take a bus to a beach. I'll find like secluded areas and just get away from all the bullshit, chill out, think. Dude, like just trying to get that tranquility, you know?
Right. I get you.
But
you might be the smartest one of us all, man.
Nah, it ain't about smarts. It's about consciousness. I'm not saying I'm like this fucking.
Yeah, but you're not just talking about it; you're doing it.
Yeah, but you know, it's just shit you figure out. Like you got to drink water to survive, and it's like you get deeper, and it's like, all right, I gotta fucking live a certain way, you know,
right.
for my own health. Like it's all health. But people want to jeopardize their health for, you know, making it. Like you got guys like Ted Kaczynski that
the mathematician.
He broke away, right? So it's like there's people that break away, and then there's people that just, you know, they don't. I guess they're they can't do it.
But look what happened to Ted, though.
Well, of course, but I mean, look, for years and years and years, a couple decades, he lived in the woods by himself, and he was doing bombings and shit. But
yeah.
Like that dude did live like a fucking real life, you know? Like a conscious, healthy life, but he did what he did.
Oh, Ted Kaczynski. I remember that.
I was reading it.
Yeah, there's a few of them cycles in Connecticut.
What's that, bub?
Bad timing there.
Here, I got a video right here of the guy breaking the statue. Hold on.
Wait.
Will this play? It looks like it's a preacher holding a child's arms up, but he has no pants on or something. He's breaking it down. I think that, yeah, I think this is the right one, but yeah, man.
You know who that guy is? I saw this video yesterday. That's Fred Kaczynski. That's Ted Kaczynski's nephew.
No, it ain't. This guy?
Yup,
No way.
I'm kidding.
And they're gonna arrest him. Like, these people are like, leave that statue alone, buddy. That's our church statue. That's our savior. Huh. We've been so manipulated mentally as people.
Yeah, but I mean, we're born into this. You're born into a gang. You're born into this fucking mob. You know, they gotta control you. Like the elites, the superior elites, the people with power, right? There's always going to be people with power. They have to control you. So we're just, I mean.
So we just let them control us.
No, I mean, it's just, it's really a choice. Like, you could take the Ted Kaczynski route and go into the woods and live by yourself, or you can take a different route, or you could, you know, comply to their route.
Right.
But if you take that Ted Kaczynski route, I guarantee you they'll come after you. They'll see this guy. You might have a name, you might have clout, or, you know, you might be.
So
you're living by yourself. You're doing this and that. We just want to destroy that guy, you know.
So let me ask you this: what's the possibility that we're living multiple lives simultaneously?
You're saying like a person has multiple lives, one person?
Right.
I think it's a theory.
I think that's what's happening.
I knew.
And I say that. Go ahead.
You need evidence. I mean, it's just a conspiracy theory. If you have evidence, then
right. So I say this because, though I don't remember this place being like it is right now, and yet, I notice that things are different, and not everything, but a lot of things. Okay, and it just makes me wonder. Maybe I didn't get moved. Maybe the it was a transfer of the mental. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, I see that idea.
It's just another version of me. Now I don't know if I subscribe to the we're infinity and we exist in every timeline. Maybe we do. I don't know. So
yeah, it's just an idea, you know. It's
right.
It's an idea in your head, but
so that called the string theory? Is that what that's called?
I'm not sure what it's called.
Maybe somebody in the chat can help us. Anyone? I can't see it, JD. You might have to. Chuck, how's the new job working out?
It's doing good.
What's your hours?
I'm working overnight, but that's about to change. We're almost done. We're almost done painting.
When do you go back to work?
Tonight,
Yeah, you work tonight. What time do you go in?
11.
Oh, that late,
Damn.
huh? Damn.
How's your sleep been?
Good. Now I'm getting used to it. I'm probably gonna go back to daytime with this other job when this is done, but it's all good, man. It's all about the money. I don't
Yeah,
even,
but
honest,
you
I
gotta
don't care about nothing but
you
the
gotta
money.
you gotta have discipline to make the money. You know, like back to that health shit. You gotta be healthy to make money.
That's very true. Health is the true. Health is the true wealth, because without your health, you won't be able to create wealth.
Yo, I found work out here. I worked 2 days, and after work, the dude kept buying like 24 packs of beer and the whole job. It was just, the dude was full of shit. Like, I was working for a drunk, and it just fucking sucked, man.
Really?
Not
Why?
working for. You gotta stop saying. I was working with helping somebody, helping a contractor, but it sucks working with drunks, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I bet, man.
Yeah.
They're a liability.
And they take their sweet time and are all fucked up, and they gotta have a beer in the morning.
It becomes like a burden for the person helping a drunk because they're not accountable and they're all over the place and they say one thing and they say this and that and it's like, nah, I'm just gonna move on. I'd rather just get away from this shit.
Yo, you quit working with him?
Yeah, I was like, yo, you don't gotta call me anymore. I was like, the last 2 weeks it's been, bullshit. And that was it.
Good deal. What was you guys doing?
That's a bad deal.
Well, not me. I'm not, dude. I'm over it, man. Like I can find work, go to Home Depot or check Craigslist. I've been doing Uber Eats, but I've been checking Craigslist every day. And I'll find work soon, but that's just
Damn,
Are you
I
doing
forgot about
construction?
Craigslist.
Yeah.
I forgot about that gem.
Yeah, Lonnie, I was working at a house and the lady wasn't paying anybody and fucking she was a total fucking nurse ratchet, wicked woman, totally fucking fucked up in the head and
wasn't paying nobody.
Yeah,
Oh,
she was playing games left and right, and then the dudes. It was just one of those.
That's when I start disassembling shit.
It was just a shitty. The stars didn't align there. It was just bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, man, I totally get it.
But I was hyped, man. Like we're putting in floors, we're putting in doors, and I was psyched. And then it's like all the bullshit starts, and you're like, ah, man. But that's just part of the game.
Yeah.
I got this video real quick. It's about 5 minutes long.
Max,
How you
welcome.
doing?
What's up,
brother?
Max?
Good to see you.
Yeah, likewise, man.
Hey, good to see you guys.
Tell us something new. What have you learned?
I don't know.
Let's talk about what Max has been diving on.
Work.
I learned all kinds of things, but today I was just working.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What? This video is buffering and processing and processing. Come on.
I've been kind of just laid back, man, trying to keep myself together, basically.
Yeah.
Shit's accelerated for me.
In what way?
Oh, with the optics, with the game.
Yeah.
With the soldiers and the aerial theater and
Yeah, they're pushing World War III before the election, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what's going on now?
Well, they got, okay, so in Ukraine, you've got North Korean soldiers.
It already is World War III.
Basically put
They're at
themselves
war against us.
China put themselves on a war footing with Taiwan there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We got
They're at
Israel
war with
going
the people
nuts.
too of the U.S.
The Jews are going nuts on everybody.
Yeah.
Anybody that you guys attack, they've got sleeper cells in the U.S., so that's going to be
Right.
good.
Right.
I'm not surprised with the Jewish.
Hmm.
No.
Yeah, there's all kinds of sleeper cells in the U.S.
Yeah, Ukraine just got a whole locker room from Korea today.
Oh, right on. Ukraine got more money, my wife says. Excellent.
Who did they get that from? United States?
No,
I
from
was
North
talking
Korea, she
about
said.
that yesterday, Max.
Yeah, they
I
gave.
was
They gave
speaking on yesterday.
yeah, they gave a couple billion, and then a couple days ago they gave 149 million or something. Not a lot, like 175 billion. But you know,
And they
overall,
gave North Carolina nothing. That's what I talked about yesterday, and my video got banned in countries.
I was
knew it was.
listening to something earlier, Chuck, and they were talking about how they were doing that. They were doing a fundraiser in New York City, and Chuck Schumer and all of them was there, and it was only at $10 million. And the dude talking was like, well, you know, $10 million is a drop in a bucket. You know, these are like some of the wealthiest people in New York City that, you know, $10 million isn't nothing. You know, I just recently watched Taylor Swift donated $5 million for something for hurricane relief.
yeah.
You know, so you're talking about the wealthiest men in New York City, then you would think that we would be closer to about 500 million, you know, at least. It's funny.
Maybe they just don't believe in the cause, you know.
Well, it was political, so it shows you
Yeah.
how much they believe in politics.
I'm sick and tired of these countries getting our tax money, because that's how it allegedly goes.
Yep.
And our people get nothing.
Quit paying taxes. You don't have to pay them.
Oh, they just print the money anyway.
I'm not going to speak on that, but
They just print the money anyway.
Well, no, but you can speak on it because taxes is by voluntary commitment anyway. It says it right there in their own literature. Yeah, you can speak on it. It's voluntary. A contribution is a contribution. Okay. What it is they trick everybody into thinking they owe taxes when they don't.
listen. Oh, listen to this. Hold up. It says plans for President Joe Biden funding request will see $60 billion given to Ukraine and $14 billion for Israel, according to a source. And then it says another $10 billion has been earmarked for humanitarian aid and $7 billion for the Indo-Pacific region, right, including the bolstered Taiwan. Right, and all these billions are going. I think they're laundering our money and keeping it. I don't really. I think they're giving a little and keeping the rest. These people have been fucking us over for enough. Enough, man.
Right.
Oh, they're making money.
I
hand
love
over-
the uppercut Biden right in his fucking ugly face.
Yeah, this is just a big wealth transfer. That's all it is. Oh, plus depopulation, plus, control systems being put in.
And people talk about Puff Daddy. He's just a distraction. He's a small fart on the totem pole.
Yeah.
Or the pyramid. He's just a little crumb.
Yeah.
Like he's a fall guy. Puffy will take it. Long as they keep the media off the real politicians who are doing what they're doing, with children and all that stuff. Yeah.
and the cameras go off, and oh no, Puff Diddy suicided himself. Now he lives on an island.
I got this video that's 5 minutes long. Let me see if it's done uploading. About the worst president ever. Let's see.
John McCain in the presidential debate of October 16th on the kinds of judges he would nominate to the Supreme Court. Quote, "I will find the best people in the United States of America who have a history of strict adherence to the Constitution and not legislating from the bench." Close quote. Barack Obama during the same debate. If a woman is out there trying to raise a family, trying to support her family, and is being treated unfairly, then the court has to stand up if nobody else will. And that's the kind of judge I want.
That's
Close
unconstrained.
quote.
That somehow or other there are people with the judicial robes on who can just decide these things ad hoc, which among other things would mean we would no longer really have law. You would discover, once you got into the courtroom in front of the judge, you would then discover what the decision is, but you'd have no clue beforehand.
So that would, a full embrace of the unconstrained vision, which Barack Obama seems intent on, would overturn the fundamental basis of American law, which is a nation of laws, not of men. It
Absolutely.
would be a nation of men, of judges.
Yes.
All right. September of this year, the Rasmussen Polling Company asked this question: should the Supreme Court make decisions based on what's written in the Constitution and legal precedents, or should it be guided mostly by a sense of fairness and justice? Close quote. 82% of McCain supporters said the Supreme Court should base its decisions on the Constitution. 29% of Obama supporters agree. 11% of McCain supporters said the Supreme Court should make its decisions on fairness. 49% of Obama supporters said that it should. Now, here's the question. You've said McCain constrained, Obama unconstrained. But what this would seem to indicate, this polling data, that this is not just a debate taking place among politicians or American elites. It's reached very deep into the American public.
Oh, absolutely.
49% of Americans think the Supreme Court should...
Of Obama supporters.
49% of Obama supporters, exactly, say the... So does that startle you? Does it alarm you?
It doesn't startle me, it depresses me. But, this has been going on for a long time. People complain about a court decision on the basis that they wish it had turned out differently. But that isn't the judge's job. There was a wonderful case, and I wish I could remember the title of it, in which Clarence Thomas said that he really agreed with the position taken by one of the litigants in the case, but that he wasn't there to decide that issue. He was there to decide what did the law say, and the law said otherwise, and so he voted against them. You see the same thing in Oliver Wendell Holmes, where in a number of cases he makes very cutting disparagements of one of the litigants in the case, and then votes in favor of him, because I'm not here to decide what the merit is. And one of his decisions, he said, I am not at liberty to discuss the justice of the act. The act is what it is, and once I know what that is, that's the decision I have to make.
Well, then, if you see, one more question here. You write, the unconstrained vision, again I'm quoting you, has tended historically toward creating more equalized economic and social conditions in society, even if the means chosen imply great inequality in the right to decide such issues and choose such means, close quote. Inequality in the right to decide issues. Does that tell us why the left in the United States seems so much more comfortable with having courts make social policy?
Oh, absolutely.
That's what's going on.
Absolutely. That they want equality of outcomes, and they will choose how to make the outcomes equal. But they don't want equality of choice on the part of the people themselves. Many of the liberals say that they're for the family because they're for creating all kinds of goodies to give to families, but they want to take away the family's fundamental function, which is making decisions for members of the family itself, particularly the younger members who aren't yet grown.
Huh. I thought that video was something totally different, but I said, let me just let it play out. Huh. Where are they getting these numbers from? That's another thing. When they always say we got numbers, where are you getting these numbers from?
Well, they got lottery numbers.
Stock numbers.
Yeah. Swiss bank account numbers. That's the numbers they got.
Yeah. Addresses in other countries, they have those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Kimba?
Kimba.
Hey, Kimba.
Yeah, I like this picture right here, man. It's perfect.
What a little gremlin.
You know, America's being taken down from the inside out. We're being played. And I personally think a lot of these laws they're putting in place are void. And they know it, but we don't, because most people don't give a fuck about law. And I think that's where a lot of us went wrong in life. Like me, back when I was growing up, I used to say, fuck the law, what does it matter? But then as I got older, I said it matters because I got to play this game whether I like it or not.
This shit's like Monopoly money, man.
It is, yeah, but it affects your buying power. Makes everything more expensive.
Yeah, well, it's going to be worthless here before long.
Yeah, eventually. There a couple of regional banks had to close down, and they're doing what are called bail-ins.
They did this here too, man. Shut down some big banks.
Yeah. So what they do is they take everybody's money.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm getting tired of
They're tired of getting it through taxes and stuff, so they're just going direct to you this time, and just emptying out people's accounts.
What was Dean talking about with the silver? I didn't catch that.
Silver went up like 6% recently.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see what it's at now. I bought a little bit of silver. Oh, wow. Yeah, it went from 43.5 to 46.
Oh.
45.75. So yeah, big increase.
Yeah. What's gold at?
37.50. Is that? Yeah, that's Canadian. U.S. Yeah, 37 Canadian U.S. And let's see, U.S. Let's see, American. United States dollar. For you guys, silver is 33. Went from 31.6 to about 33.
Yeah, you were right, Matt. It says U.S. spends more than $20 billion in aid to Israel, Middle East conflicts. This is crazy, but they're ignoring North Carolina. They're giving more attention to the migrants that they're paying to come here and shitting on our own American people are living in tents. You heard about all the homeless people that died in North Carolina? They had a whole tent city right where that river went. Probably killed all of them. Yeah, hundreds of homeless people. That guy, watch, here's the deal. He went there and interviewed a security guard that was there and explained the water got pretty damn high to be up in the mountains. And that's why I think my theory is they open them dams. That's what I think. Because there's no way, no rainstorm is going to bring
a flash flood like that.
Yeah. Yeah, Biden and stealing all the money, even though they print it still. They don't follow any of these alleged laws. That's why I think they were totally against the founding fathers. Like, none of us truly know what the founding fathers' intentions were, but I don't think all of them wanted what's happening now, you know? I think they wanted true freedom away from Europe and all that.
Yep. Seems like soon after they were infiltrated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, infiltrated by their own family, you know, people in their own lodge that wanted different.
The Republic.
I could even see their own family doing it, you know?
Mm-hmm. It goes all the way back to that guy with the mustache, man. He was all part of that shit too. He was all he turned against them too.
You know what I heard about the man with the mustache? Who was president that year? When I think it was
Roosevelt, wasn't it?
No, hold on, let me look it up. Let me see.
That was Roosevelt.
Maybe. I think that's who it was. Hold on. Who was president when Hitler?
The man with the mustache.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh shit. Oh. I have to put president of the U.S. They put some other fucking name. Yeah, Roosevelt. So there's this book about the Olympics, and I forgot the black guy's name. That I think. Anyway, he wrote in his book that they asked him, was Hitler racist? He said Hitler acknowledged him, shook his hand, and the only one that ignored him was Roosevelt, the American president. So they don't talk about that, how Hitler shook his hand, acknowledged him, waved to him when he won, or whatever. But it was Roosevelt who ignored the gold medalist of the U.S.
Wow.
And so I've heard a lot of good things about the man with the mustache, you know. And you get scolded for saying stuff like that. Like, America didn't murder people. Like, they're so innocent, you know. Like, how dare you say that? Like, come on, man.
Look up the Holodomors.
What is it?
The Holodomors.
Hear that, Chuck?
6,000 Russian and German men starved to death. Or 6 million, sorry, 6 million. You know, they revised the number that the mustache man supposedly hurt from 6 million. Now it's 1.3 million. But 6 million people did die in the Holodomors.
I knew they inflated the number at one point, you know.
Mm-hmm. I have a hard time accounting for it, though, because in the census, the population of people did not change in that group from one year to the next, really. Interesting. But anyway, yeah. Gold is up 28% for the year. Silver is up 36%. Wow. Yeah, they are. They're buying silver and gold. Getting into the commodities. Looks like BRICS is pushing them to it. Right? Oh, yeah, and there's no reason for it, but Russia said that they were going to add silver as one of their major commodities for their BRICS dollar. So that should shoot silver up too. Silver is still $14 short of its all-time high. Yeah, $50. It was like $50 a couple years ago. Or when was that? I forget. $2009, 45. Or 2010, 11. It's like almost 46. I gotta go. Looks like dinner's ready for me. Thanks for having me up, Charles. You there? Oh. Yeah, and they use a lot of silver. Silver gets used in a lot of electronics and stuff. Very useful metal. All right, guys, I gotta go. Talk to you later.
Everyone just dipped out. My bad. This might be perfect timing. I guess Max had to go. Well, thanks for coming up, Max. My fault. I had to feed my cat. And peace, Lonnie, JG, Truth Zone, Dean. What else came up? Forgetting anyone? I don't think. A peace to S, Max, Kimba, JG, that which is. Peace to the whole chat. Dean, everyone, I'm out. Peace. Thanks for coming through. I'll check you out next time. Pew!